Start with this warm-up, 5 minutes. I'm gonna start my watch right now, and we're gonna get warmed up from head to toe. Okay, so I'm gonna start with just a couple rotations. I'm gonna start with my neck up here. Couple neck circles. Good, the other way. Everything is nice and quick. The objective here is to get warmed up, get the muscles actually warm. Okay, I'm not doing long stretches. I'm not trying to increase my flexibility right now. We'll save that for after the session. So a couple of shoulder rolls. Good, a couple arm circles. Nice and big. The other way. Good, nothing crazy. I'm gonna clap in the back, hug myself in the front. Good, I'm moving on to my hips. Just 5 rotations one way, 5 rotations the other way. Good, we're gonna do the knees. And the other way. And apart. Getting everything warmed up. Good, taking care of your body. Do some ankle rotations, very important. Just a few one way, really push this rotation, okay? It's not just like this. Nice big circles, really feel it. Go up and down, flex, toes to the sky, then flex your toes down like you're taking a shot. Up, down, a couple like that. Good, other foot. One way, the other way. Good, up and down, nice and quick. But we want to touch every body part. We don't need to spend minutes on each body part, but we need to touch them all. I want you loose from head to toe. Good, okay, rotations are done. We're just gonna do all those dynamic stretches you're used to. So let's just start a couple butt kicks. Good, high knees. Keep the arms going too. Good, I'm gonna do my groin just on the spot like this. A little shuffle in between, but get that groin nice up, pick that knee up, open it up. Good. I'm gonna close the groin. Good, a couple leg kicks. A little shuffle in between, nice straight leg. A little bit higher each time. Good, quick feet again. I'm gonna do forward bend, both hands down, slight bend, touch the ground. Okay, my chest should be coming down to the ground. This leg in the air, up in the sky. Fight for your balance. And again, just doing a couple. Good, I'm just gonna do a couple deeper stretches. So I'm pulling my quad, my heel to my butt, little forward bend. Feel it in your quad, also your hamstring when you bend forward. Good, again, just like 5, 6, nothing crazy. Here I'm doing my hips. Sit down, pull this up, push this down. Feel it in your hip. Good, straight leg. Not letting this front knee bend when I go down straight leg. Just swiping the ground like that. Okay, so getting the blood flowing. Good, we got about a minute left here. Getting nice and loose. Good, I just want to do my groin before I move on to my last stretch. Okay, so again, everything is dynamic. Just stretching for a second, half a second, moving on. Okay, come down here, point this toe up, bend this knee down, and slide across. And across. You can do 6 of these. Good, and if you need to glance at your phone while you're doing this warm-up, that's great. I got 30 seconds left. I'm just gonna do my favorite leg swings. Okay, straight in the front, curled in the back. So if you need to look at your phone just to see what I'm doing, remind yourself of what I'm doing. That's good. You can do your own stretches These are the ones I prefer. But I just want you to take these 5 minutes, get warmed up. And there you go. That's 5 minutes. Your body's warm, your muscles are warm, you're ready to go, you've touched everything.
Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to show you 10 ball mastery exercises to improve your confidence and comfortability on the ball. And the best part about these 10 exercises is that you don't need much space whatsoever, so you can pretty much perform them anywhere and work on your footwork. So for me, I'm just going to use these 2 cones that are 2 steps apart. If you don't have cones, you can just roll up some socks or any objects you have lying around the house, and then all else you need is a ball. So if you have all that, let's get into the first exercise. So the first exercise is the right foot weave. So we're basically just doing a figure of 8 motion between those two cones, keeping the ball as close to our body as possible by manipulating it with the inside and outside of our right foot. And the key here is to take as many touches as you possibly can and softening the touch with each step that you take. So we're really trying to keep it as close to the body as possible, and then when we get to those outside cones, we're trying to keep the ball really close to those cones as well, almost like we're about to touch them, but keeping good control so that we don't. Try and challenge yourself here to go 30 seconds without mistake. Exercise 2 is the left foot weave. So for me, this is my non-dominant foot. So it's very important that we balance our feet and try and get as good with both feet as possible. So for each exercise, we're going to do as many reps with our weak foot as we do with our dominant foot. You're going to be a much more attractive player to scouts and coaches if you're able to manipulate the ball with both feet. And the more things that you can do with your non-dominant foot in relation to your dominant foot, the better player you're going to be and the more opportunities you will get. So again, try and challenge yourself going for 30 seconds without mistake. Exercise 3 is the single leg sole roll. So what we're doing is we're standing side on parallel to the cones, and then we're using the sole of our foot to manipulate that ball, again in a figure of 8 motion, but this time we're going to be using our left foot only, and we're using our other leg basically to hop. So not only this is a great manipulation exercise for our left foot, but also a great balance exercise for our opposite foot as well. And balance is very important for ball manipulation and dribbling. So this is going to be a real challenge. Again, go for 30 seconds without mistake. Exercise 4 is the same as exercise 3, but again, we've got to be strong on both sides if we want to be a complete player. So again, we're using our opposite foot to manipulate the ball, but this time we're also giving our opposite leg a workout for balance as well. So not only is it important to have good manipulation of the ball with both feet, but it's also good to be balanced on both sides as well. You're going to be more stable, you're going to notice you're going to have more control over the ball and over your body in a match, and overall it's going to boost your performance. So go for 30 seconds without mistake, and then we'll move into exercise number 5. So exercise 5 is the inside foot push. So we're placing our foot on top of the ball, dragging it back towards ourselves, and then using the inside of our foot to push it across our body. And then we're pushing it out in front of us after exchanging feet mid-move. And then we're going to do the same thing on the opposite foot. So we're getting a good workout, a good balance with both feet here. Takes a little bit of coordination, is a little bit of a thinker, but you will get it after a few repetitions. So challenge yourself and stay patient with it if you're not getting it at first, and you will master it eventually. Again, go for 30 seconds without failure, and you've mastered this move, and we can move on into the 6th exercise. Exercise 6 is the outside foot push this time. So very similar to exercise number 5, but instead of using the inside of our foot to push the ball across our body, we're going to be changing to the outside of our foot now. And these two moves, exercise 5 and 6, are really good because it gets used to using those parts of the foot that you would control the ball with. And not only are we controlling the ball, but we're giving it a bit of a directional touch as well. It's very good to keep the ball moving, and when you receive the ball along the ground, if you can keep the ball moving with the inside and outside part of our foot, you're going to have a lot more advantage in a match. So again, we're getting used to using both feet in this exercise, going for 30 seconds without failure, and then we can move into exercise number 7. Exercise 7 is the L drag push. Again, very similar to exercises 5 and 6 where we're pushing that ball across our body, but this time we're making it a little bit more challenging by throwing an L drag in there. So an L drag is something you will use a lot in a match. It helps you get out of trouble. It does take a bit of coordination, especially with this exercise, to keep it moving and be precise with your touches, but stay patient with it and you will get it eventually. And when you master this move, you're instantly going to feel a lot more confident on the ball. So again, challenge yourself to go for 30 seconds without mistake, and then we can move into exercise number 8. Exercise 8 is the inside foot figure of 8s. So what we're doing is just making a figure of 8 motion, and we're keeping control of the ball using the inside of our foot. This is actually very similar to the first move we did in this program, but we're using the inside of our foot now. A commonly used surface area, especially for dribbling in tight spaces for moves like La Croqueta. So if you can get used to manipulating that ball, keeping it close to your body while moving in a figure of 8 motion, you're going to have that 360 control and you're going to feel a lot more confident on the ball. So again, taking very small touches, trying to soften the touch each time. We don't want that ball getting away from us. Then we're going around those outside cones, keeping it as tight to them as possible. 30 seconds without mistake. Exercise 9 is the sole foot figure of 8. So it's very similar to exercise 8, but this time we're going to use the sole of our foot. Often a very overlooked surface area to use in the game of football, more commonly used in the game of futsal, but you'll see with a lot of South American players, they're using the sole all of the time, and it allows them to keep the ball super glued close to their body. Especially in those tight space situations, the sole of the foot is a great option. You can keep good manipulation of that ball and be in control of it at all times. So use this one, you need a bit of balance, a bit of coordination, but if you can go for 30 seconds without failing, then you've mastered the sole roll figure 8s. And the final move is the multi-surface figure of 8. So this is the most challenging exercise in the set of 10, but if you've mastered all the other ones, you should be able to get this one. We're just going around those cones in a figure of 8 motion, but this time using multiple surface areas of the foot. So we're nice and warmed up, we've used all these surface areas already, now we're trying to piece them all together. Going around in a figure of 8 motion for 30 seconds without mistake, and if you complete this, you've completed the entire
Yes people, what is going on? So today I'm going to show you my 5-minute core workout that I do around 3 or 4 times a week, which I also recommend you guys doing. Having a strong core has so many benefits, which I'll highlight in the description below, but that's enough from me. Let's get on with the workout.
Yeah.